Aquarius horn of cornucopia. With Pluto and Capricorn fighting the fierce squares of Uranus and Aries, everything that seems to fall apart seems to evolve into something even better. It is important for you to focus on how to improve things in the future instead of allowing yourself to be hung up on what didn't work in the past. The Capricorn Sun and the Cancer Moon may oppose each other, but both bodies are harmonizing with Saturn in Scorpio in concert with Neptune and Chiron in Pisces. This is a great opportunity to build your dreams right out of your thoughts. The alliance of the water and earth elements are smoothing out your rigid and jagged earthly edges in the crystal icosahedron tumbler of the water-sun continuum. After a year of running with the jaguar eeks and the blackwater dragon, get ready for the blackwater snake to show up in early February. You will have an opportunity to work on those trust issues, as you will have the sense that no one is to be trusted, no matter how well you think that you may know them. Try not to classify everyone as friend or foe, nor naive versus practical. Your biggest flaw may be your need to classify everything in your life, but sometimes the biggest lesson is that certain people just do not fit into any classification at all. This little catch can make judgment a tool that deceives you instead of helps you along your journey. Capricorn reminds us that we do not always need the perfect running shoes to get to the summit of the mountain when we are committed to excellence. Taurus reminds us that while slow and steady may win the race, organization, flexibility, ethics, and a personal touch often create more abundance than sterile business practices that don't address every team player's unique and valuable talents. Virgo reminds us that detailed lists are necessary to keep everyone on track while respecting the big picture approach of Saturnian thinking. Each of these modes of Earth should be used to maximize your goals as you head into a new year while respecting that which is tried and true. Be prepared to plant plenty of roots in this tree called life, because the water snake will be demanding excellence on a personal level. This will not be a year to compete with others, but an opportunity to compete with your own personal best. Make sure to act with clear intention and speak clearly to minimize the chances of people hearing what they want to hear over that which you are attempting to communicate. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Get ready for nonverbal, verbal, and emotional acrobatics as your talents will be pushed to their limits and beyond. Time to step away from being a de facto leader and choosing the role of leaderships before it or someone else chooses you. You are going through a reawakening and expansion of consciousness that is forcing you to examine the quantifiable parts of your choices with your abstract thoughts and gut intuition. Remember that you don't need to choose between these two approaches, as you have the talent for both engineered approaches and intuitive leadership. Time to take on training, education, or workshops of any kind that will lead you to what you want this year. You are now out of the mode where life happens to you, because you are now making life unfold in the way that you see as best for you. Be ready to mediate this year as you witness and participate in communication breakdowns and meltdowns, giving you the perfect opportunity to use those conflict management skills while figuring out a way of getting the world to sing in perfect harmony. You will be the leader on getting people to come together and try alternative methods anywhere that you see how the current system has failed you, your loved ones, and humanity in general. Expect some level of upheaval in the coming months, as Uranus the Awakener is a ruling planet for Aquarius, and this sign is also associated with the original rebel of the zodiac, Prometheus. Aquarius reminds us to learn how the system works so well that you can anticipate challenges and do it your own way. Prometheus's name means forethought, So use your insight to anticipate the needs of others within the boundaries of modern day culture. Gemini reminds us to be prepared to look above and below the horizon at the conscious and the subconscious behaviors that drive us even when we don't consciously choose specific behaviors. Learning how to find the best financial deals is as important as finding the best emotional deals with those that you invite into your circle of friends. Libra reminds us that there are no bad choices as long as we are balanced with our approach and fair about sharing the fruits of the outcome. Together, all air signs must be ready to be pushed to your limit and tested all year. Just remember that when you pass the final written exam in life, at the end of the year, your reward will not be quantifiable because wisdom, like light, can be bent but it can never be broken. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo, get ready for the charged particles of change as you ride your silver surfboard of creativity on the absorption and emission lines of light and manifestation. This past year has been like a marathon workout for you in all areas of your life, especially the work and romance department. At times you have felt as confident and self-assured as the Oracle of Delphi, and at other times you have felt as snowblind as Black Sabbath in the fiery and luminous furnace of change and metamorphosis. Continue to live your life the way your intuition inspires you to live it, for it is the heat waves of freedom that give you your courageous and optimistic spirit. With the download of the lunar eclipse in Gemini tethered to the solar eclipse in May of 2012, all fire signs are embracing the big luminous picture being channeled through the expansive vessel of Jupiter-ruled Sagittarius. Since Jupiter is hanging out in Sagittarius's opposite sign of Gemini, this pendulum of balance gives the fire sign continuum the opportunity to continually incorporate the little details of customization that make life even more enjoyable than one would ever think was possible. Just be aware that we are entering the year of the black water snake and that this is an energy that likes to move slow. So the impulsive and sometimes impatient Martian energy of the fire leader Aries may need to be redirected at times to maximize on achieving desired results. For Leo, this means more quantifiable results and less fanfare. This is not a cue to abandon any part of your authentic and fiery nature. It is a mere invitation to closely juxtapose and examine your mind and soul so that you may choose the best times to apply your natural gifts of assertiveness and creativity on top of the foundation of your courageous heart. After the download of the productivity of Chiron the Sagittarius, approach this coming year in a sage-like manner that combines your fiery strength and will with the wisdom of a teacher of heroes. The Wounded Healer's influence will help expand your spiritual growth to include more than you ever imagined. So take the bow of Sagittarius and aim it at the peak of perfection and evaluate effort above all else. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Time to put on your emotional wetsuit and dive deep into the sea of emotional relaxation, rejuvenation, and rebirth. It is time to let go of the judgments, pain, and disappointments of your past and accept the responsibility that you were born with the watery power to cleanse, purify, and reanimate yourself physically, intellectually, and emotionally. The power of the full moon in Cancer and the download of the new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio are harmonizing with Saturn in Scorpio, creating a need for the rebirth and transformation being heralded by Pluto in Capricorn. As Pluto the Renewer flies across the expanse of the Band of Death, the shockwaves of Uranus the Awakener are blending up the perfect storm as the Olympian force of Pluto and Capricorn squares off with the Titan forces of Uranus and Aries in a grudge rematch that may force you to vanquish all of your personal demons. But don't despair. Cancer's Fire of Water cardinal charge is a force so formidable that no Olympian nor Titan can cut the tenacious tethers of triumph that you command when you choose to face all your discomforts and